What's up everybody? What's happening? Hello everybody from all corners of the world. Thank you for watching my channel and thanks for checking out this video where we're going to be learning some more English expressions and improving your British accent. So do check out the videos on my channel if you haven't already and check out my website as well. It'd be great to see you over there. And today we're going to be talking about speaking on the phone in English. When you pick up the phone, what are you going to say? There are some things that we normally say on the phone that probably you wouldn't say in other situations, some set phrases. So if your job is anything to do with customer services, speaking to clients, or using the phone, then you're going to find this lesson really, really useful. And try to imitate my accent as closely as you can to pick up some of my pronunciation as well. So let's get straight into today's video. So if you're calling somebody that you know, maybe a friend or somebody you've called before, you can say, "Hello, this is Chris." You can introduce yourself like that. Or, "Hi, it's Chris." So this is the first thing you say when you pick up the phone, if it's somebody you know. Then what can you say? You can say, "It's Chris speaking." If you're talking to a business or a company on the phone, they might say, "Hello, this is," and then the name of the department or the name of the company. For example, they might say, "Hello, this is customer services. Chris speaking. How can I help you?" So that way you know who you're talking to and you know what department you're talking to. So this is what they might say to you. But sometimes when you pick up the phone, nobody answers. It's just an answering machine. So this answering machine might start off with something like this. "Hello, you've reached Alex McDonald." So we would often say, "You've reached." If you're recording an answer phone message in English, you can start off in this way. If the person who answers the phone isn't the person that you want to talk to, you need to ask for that person. So how should you do this on the phone in English? You can say, "Can I speak to Mrs. Smith, please?" Can I speak to somebody? Speak to Mrs. Smith, please. If you're not sure who's speaking or you didn't hear properly what they said, you can ask who it is. You can say, "Is this customer services? Am I speaking to customer services?" If somebody's phoned you, but you don't know who they are, it can happen quite often. So what should you say in response? How should you ask them who they are? You wouldn't normally say, "Who are you?" That would be quite impolite. We would normally say something like, "Can I ask who's calling?" Can I ask who's calling? Or, "Sorry, who's calling?" You don't know, and you say sorry at the beginning of the sentence, and then you ask who's calling. This means who's on the end of the phone. Another way of doing this would be, "Can I ask who I am speaking to?" This may sound a little bit formal, and you wouldn't use it with friends, but if it's somebody you don't know, you can say, "Can I ask who I am speaking to?" So when you're phoning a friend or somebody you know well, you can say the reason why you're calling. You can say, "I was just phoning." So what does the word "just" mean here? It's to show that it's a small request, a simple or a polite request. I was just phoning to do something. I was just phoning to ask you for a favor. This means you're asking them for some help with something. Or you can say, "I'm calling to," or "I'm phoning to do something." For example, "I'm calling to complain about my broadband." So let's say you're phoning a business and you're not sure if the person who answered the phone can help you with what you want. So another way you can say it is, "I'm looking to do something." I'm looking to speak to somebody about. I'm looking to speak to somebody about my car insurance. Or I'm looking to speak to someone about my car insurance. And then they would tell you whether they are the right person to help you, or maybe if you need to speak to someone else. Okay, so what happens if you want to speak to somebody, but they are not there? So what would you say? You can start your sentence with, "I'm afraid." This doesn't mean that you're frightened, that you're scared. It's just a polite way of starting your sentence. "I'm afraid they are not in at the moment." That means they are not here. They are not in. We can blend these few words together. They are not in. They are not in. I'm afraid they are not in at the moment. So if you're just talking about one person, in fact, you can say they. Or you can say he or she. if it's a man or a woman. Or they might have just gone out. In this situation, you might say, I'm sorry, but they've just popped out. What does popped out mean? If this is a slang phrase that's used in the UK, it means that somebody has just gone out for a short time to do something and they're going to be back soon. So you could just pop out to do something. Then you might ask them, do you know when they'll be back? Or do you know when she'll be back? Do you know when he'll be back? So here we've got a contraction. They'll means they will. They will be back. So let's say you've just said that the person that the other person's asking for is not there. And maybe you want to be polite. You want to help that person. So you might say, can I take a message? So you might say, can I leave a message? Or can I take a message? This means that you can tell me what you want and I will tell the other person. I will give them a message. Maybe you can say, tell them that I called, or tell them to call me back, something like that. If you wanted to say it politely, you could say, can you ask them to call me back? Can you ask them to call me back? Or give me a call back. If you want to check a detail on the phone, you might want to say, did you say? Here, the did and the you connect together. Did you? Did you? Sorry, did you say speakenglishwithchris.com? Obviously, that's a great website that I would mention, so forgive me for using my own website in the example. Sorry, did you say? And then you say what you think you heard, and they will tell you if you are right or wrong. Can I just check? Is another way to check a detail. Can I just check? Was that R765? So you thought they said R765, but you say, was that R765? Sometimes somebody might give you some information like a name or a number, and you want to check that the details they've given you are correct. So you might have to read it back to the other person. So you could say, I'm just going to read that back to you. So then you would say the number or the information again. I'm just going to. But to could be shortened to here. I'm just going to read that back to you. If you didn't hear what the other person said, what would be a polite way to say that? You could say, sorry, I didn't catch that. Sorry, I didn't catch that. That means I didn't hear you. I didn't hear what you said. You could also say, can you repeat that, please? That means that you want the other person to say it again. You want them to repeat it. Can you repeat that, please? Here we might say, can you, right? Can you repeat that, please? Sorry, can you say that a bit slower, please? Somebody says something very quickly. You want them to slow down a little bit. So this sentence would be very useful. If they're speaking a little bit quietly, then you might want the other person to speak a little bit louder. So how would you ask them to do this? You can say, can you speak up a bit, please? Can you speak up? So here we stress the word up. Speak up. Speak up. Speak up a bit. Up a bit. So the A changes to a bit. Up a bit. Can you speak up a bit, please? If somebody calls you but you're busy, you can try to get the other person to make it quick. You can say, I'm sorry, I don't have much time. Can you make this quick? This is a polite way of saying, can you not talk for so long because I don't have that much time. I'm a little bit busy. Sometimes you might be talking on your mobile phone, you go into a tunnel, or there is a technical problem and the call suddenly hangs up and you don't know why there's a problem. You can say, I think we got cut off there. So here, cut off means the phone call ended. For some reason, you got cut off. If there's a lot of noise and you can't hear the person, you might say, the line's not very good. So this means that the signal might be bad, there is some noise, and you can't hear the other person clearly. If you're on a mobile phone, you might have some other problems. You might not have much signal. Signal means how strong the reception is on your phone. I don't have much signal. Or the battery on your phone might be flat. So you might say, I'm running out of battery. Running out. So these two words join together. Running out. Out. I'm running out of battery. Or you can say, my battery is low. Sometimes you call a company and you can't get through to a real person. It's just an answering machine. So sometimes at the end of the call, they'll say, if there's nothing else, you can hang up. But normally we wouldn't say this to a person on the phone directly. This is something that you might hear. Here, hang up means put down the phone. Put the phone back on the hook. This is hang up. And here we stress the up. Hang up. Hang up. You can hang up. Okay, but if you're on the phone talking to somebody and you want to end the conversation in a polite way, what can you say? You could say, thanks for calling. Thank you for calling. Or thank you for your help if the other person has maybe given you some information or told you something useful. So you just say, thank you for calling or thank you for your help. And then you put down the phone and that's the end of the call. All right, so all of these phrases will help you to speak on the phone in English and sound more like a natural. I really hope you found them useful. Let me know what you would like to know and what you would like to practice as you perfect your British accent. And I will try to help you out more in future videos. And that's all for today. Thanks for watching this video, everybody, and have a great day. I'll see you again next time.